I'll talk about this. This is just an amendment. Yes.
Good evening, Mount Vernon. Welcome to the Mount Vernon City Council work session. Today is Monday, October 21st, 2024. It is 7 p.m. Before we get started, I would just like everybody in the room to silence their cell phones, including myself. We have an exit to the rear of the room, and just beyond that exit, there is an emergency staircase. Outside the front of the room to your right, if you're facing the council, there is a ladies' room. Down the hallway by the rotunda steps, there's a men's room. And outside the planning department, there is an AED machine. If you don't know what that is an artificial defibrillator in case of emergency. With that being said, we'll go right into our tally sheet. Legislation and Public Works, Councilwoman Brown.
Thank you, Council President. It's an honor to be here tonight. I have item number 1, an ordinance authorizing the Chief of Staff to attend the National League of Cities Annual Summit in Tampa, Florida, from November 13th through the 16th, 2024. On the agenda, I have item number 2, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept funding from the Urban Renewal Agency in the Community Development Block Grant Funds and authorizing the Department of Public Works to purchase and install a prefabricated restroom and storage structure at Memorial Field. So this is going to be on the agenda, but Assistant Corporation Counsel just had a conversation with the mayor about this. What we're authorizing is the receiving of the award from the URA, and then the installation of that prefabricated restroom and storage structure at Memorial Field. We're not authorizing the purchase because the purchase is coming directly from the URA. Does that make sense?
Yes, and also for the record, this our prefabricated restroom is closer to the tennis courts.
Correct. It is going to be by the tennis courts, so those utilizing the tennis
And handicap
facility.
accessible.
Right, that, and also on the weekends, the stadium is closed, so they wouldn't have access to the other facilities. All right, I'm just want to make sure Assistant Corporation Counsel caught everything. You good? Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Okay. Item number 3, an ordinance authorizing the amendment of ordinance number 9 adopted by the City Council on September 25th, 2024, entitled an ordinance authorizing the mayor to retroactively enter into emergency contractual agreement with PCI Industries for emergency sewer repairs at 27 Vernon Place. This is on the agenda, and this is just a change of budget codes. Item number 4, have an ordinance authorizing the mayor to retroactively enter into an emergency sewer rehabilitation contractual agreement with PCI Industries for the repair of stormwater and sanitary sewer systems at the intersection of 13th Avenue and 3rd Street. That is on the agenda. And then item number 5 is going to be held. That's an ordinance to authorizing the mayor to amend the agreement with National Water Main Cleaning Company for the cleaning and inspection of sewer systems within outfall 24 drainage area. This was an amendment that would have increased the contract by over $700,000. So that's being held. Thank you. Oh, Council President and City Council, we may have a potential add-on for the commercial vehicle parking legislation, which is what Corporation Council just handed out. I haven't reviewed it yet, so we're gonna put an agenda pending, or I will just add it as an add-on if by tomorrow.
Thank you. Human Resources, Councilman Thompson. What? You have questions?
No, I do.
Councilman Potteet?
Councilmember Brown, quick question, getting back to number 2. And this is really for everything that comes through Sourcewell. Any way to look at MWBE firms, even if they aren't the lowest bidder, that are in Sourcewell, or to work these bids so that they can come from Sourcewell and we can still give preference to MWB vendors?
That's a great question, but it's one for the procurement manager. I don't know how Sourcewell works. All I know is that Sourcewell is a vendor that doesn't require you to go out for bid. So you would need to ask either the commissioner. It's really probably the procurement manager, you
Got it.
know.
Appreciate it.
But we could, Anthony, can we follow up with the, yes, Gamino, to see whether or not he can, see if there's an MWB who can do the same work. Thank you. That's item number 2 on the agenda.
Thank you. Thank you, Council President.
Any other questions regarding legislation and public works? That being said, Councilman Thompson, Human Resources.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item number 6 from Recreation Department, an ordinance authorizing the Department of Recreation to sponsor the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony at the temporary closure of, and the temporary closure of streets. That's on the agenda. Item number 7 from the Youth Bureau, an ordinance amending ordinance number 29 adopted by the City Council on September 13, 2023, entitled an ordinance requesting permission for the mayor to enter into an agreement with Westchester Putnam Workforce Development Board. That's on the agenda. Item number 8 from the Youth Bureau, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept funds from the opioid settlement fund for the state fiscal year 2025 to be administered by the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau for opioid misuse prevention initiatives. That's on the agenda, and I don't have any add-ons.
Thank you, Councilman Thompson. Councilman Potteet, Public Safety and Codes.
Thank you, Council President. Item number 9 from Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew contract agreement with the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets for Fuel Inspection Services will be on the agenda. Item number 10 from Public Safety, and ordinance authorizing one member of service to attend the FBI LEDA Internal Affairs Investigation Training from November 11th to 15th, 2024 will be on the agenda. Item number 11 from City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, honoring and recognizing the retirement of firefighter John Del Guercio, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name. That will be on the agenda. Item number 12 from City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, honoring and recognizing the retirement of Fire Lieutenant Gerald Johnson III will be on the agenda, and I don't believe I have any add-ons, and that's all I have.
Thank you so much. And congratulations to our retirees. They worked long, hard hours for the city of Mount Vernon. Finance and Planning, Councilman Box Hill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's terrible Italian, by the way. All right, number 13, Department of Assessment, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an application for a correction for the tax years 2023 and 2024 for the city county, and school tax bills, and directing the control to issue a refund / credit to Metro Green Realty of Westchester LLC / 0 Oak Street. And the block is 164.68, 1055-19, and this is due to a correction of error. And that's on the agenda. And number 14, Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing the issuance of tax anticipation notes, TANs, in aggregate principal amount of $7 million to meet the financial obligations of the city. And that is on the agenda.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our tally sheet. I will entertain some comments. Any announcements anybody would like to make? Okay, I would definitely like to stand in a moment of silence for Arlene Connolly O'Neill, who passed away tragically with her husband Sean O'Neill last week. And if you'll notice all over social media, the communities in Yonkers, Eastchester, and surrounding are putting green ribbons up for Green for Arlene. I'd just like to take a moment of silence. All right?
It's horrible.
All right, Mount Vernon, thank you so much, and we will see you on Wednesday, October